So remember, the word respect has different meanings. In respect to the stage, it means just like the location of the stage. So where is on the left. Difference here, it's from the word C equals the word reverence. This means you respect someone, you admire it, you love to follow the rules, like deference and reverence for your father. But here we're not talking about that the stage respect her. And don't guess the audience respect her because he didn't mention information about audience. So we're talking about the location on the stage. So we're talking about regard to. And the letter C, it does not make sense. It means about point, just like point of the stage. No. So it's letter B in regard to. That's why. Try again, follow the same techniques. We have contrast, F1, try.
Achievements. So it's D.
Letter D,
Yes.
but no, my friend. Remember, this is a subject was fraught with both awards and honors. So the achievement was fraught with awards. We are talking about achievements. Let's see. But also countless references saying she was constantly late. Now I'm not talking about the achievement or the last performance. But wait, when she showed up, her work was impeccable. So her work, talking about the performance, not the achievement. Her spacey nature generally made her distracted. So we're talking about the past performance of something. So past performance, right? As you know, it's like track record for achievements in school, for example, or performance. But the problem about the context, what is mentioned exactly? Remember, I don't need the answer. I needed to search for all the meaning of the word. Pickable, distracted, and um, to use the style of contrast ways, like that, right? And
Right.
explode with, filled with, like that.
The answer is A.
You want to make it A, and that's correct. Perfect.
The answer is C.
So letter C. And the letter C is correct.
Wrong.
It's correct. You did the best. Perfect.
B is the right answer.
Letter B.
Mm.
But no.
Wow.
There was it. He said, even though, so contrast, he got a lot of his information from comedy news shows. Billy was up on current events. So contrast, what could be up to date with current. So because it's opposite. If you get your information from the comedy shows, it means you don't know the current events. But what is the opposite? You know. Imagine
Yes.
that. So the opposite can help you. That's all. Good job. Next one.
B is the right answer.
Letter B.
No, A.
Letter A correct. That's perfect. We don't test you for verbs, but content. Scrutinize, it's like a screw, just means you are in something. And if you are in something, you are going to know the details into something. So scrutinize to find details into an action. But here it does not. Contemplate, just like to think over about something. Does not make sense here. See that? So we test you for the words. Okay, my friend.
Okay. This the answer is C.
Letter C. Why not A? You said against the modern. But is it about modern or he doesn't want to change his ways?
Does
So,
does not.
so the concept, grandpa has a routine that he is unwilling to change. Did you mention it? So he wouldn't like to change the routine, but not against modernity in general. Feel that? I said
Yes.
would to change next year. All right, we test you for words. Remember, so always translate.
I think the answer is D.
Letter D. Why not C?
Okay.
So resistance means just like people just disagree, right? So that is correct. And we have preposition to help you. That's why. For letter D, confronted hostility. Hostility like strong hate. Do you remember Latin roots? Hostility, hate. Strong hate, but this excessive language. This is writers and people, they are not enemies to see hostile. So it's called in English excessive contextual words. Excessive language, not expressed here. See that?
Mm,
Let-
yes.
Letter B, it's too long. And you change the meaning. The police writer were provoked with objection, with people is passive. And it's too long. We call it in English unnecessary repetitive words or dramatic language. And of course, here it does not make sense. Okay, that's because here it's clear language, correct. Remember, counter is to face over a problem. As I told you, in means verb. Counter is you counter something, so you face it. Like encounter between teacher and students means just like hot conversation between them. You would counter issue, right? So this means you face over resistance.
This one could be two. Could be B and C. So I will say B.
You want to make it letter B and debates good sense. The plot, we have, of course, the plot of the story, it means action. We have a plot means like secret plan, and the plot sometimes means land, space, weeds, and other debris. You know, debris just everything you leave. everything you remove could be rubbish, piece of paper like that, right? And the word lot already means land or piece of land. You know, this can help you for language. Conspiracy is just like secret plan to do something bad. But we're not talking about plan. So the subject and the verb and the complements can tell you all of this information related to the subject. This can help. Of course, I'm not talking about graveyard for death people, for example. Good job.
The answer is uh, B.
Letter B correct. That is brilliant. And remember the construction, the structure. People were, that means they attended. Let me help you.
Yes, please.
Follow the rules. What does the word describe? The word tense has a lot of meanings. As I told you, this file tests you for unfamiliar meanings for familiar words. So every fiber in the boxer's muscles tensed. So every fiber subject tensed in anticipation, like in surprise. This was going to be the fight of the century. So we describe the fiber. If you said stressed out, well, don't mean that the fiber became tired. It's way to like to move from left to right or back and forth. We're not talking about moving. And letter C, of course, does not mean it. But clench means just like to hold something. When you go to the gym, you find your muscles tensed, just like hold, you cannot move it. Feel it? It's called clench. It's to hold something firmly. This means your muscles clenched. That's why. If you don't find the correct, prove the wrong. So letter D correct. Try again.
Okay, the answer is price.
Price? I don't think so. Follow the rules. An education is thought to have intrinsic. We describe the education and the insight intrinsic and born in it, not opposite, not extrinsic. It's something valuable inside you. And then he's going to explain that is here explanation to what does it mean. So we have explanation. What does he mean by that? So your answer is here. Are we talking about price? It's worth. Look here, explanation. It's worth. So we're talking about the value. Comes from the love of knowledge, not something monetary, not about money. And then contrast idea. So the main focus here is not about the cost of the fees or the price, but about merit, and the merit in the value of something. And of course, not about principles or rules. And of course, here it's a singular. It's to be singular. And standard rules, no. Right? But the trap is with the rising cost of tuition, one could be argued that there is a fiscal price related to, but we are talking about this one. The writer explained by using that is. But the writer used the opposite idea to prove his point of view. So here we talk about merit means disadvantage or value. Yes.
Do I continue?
So 35, let me help. It's letter C. Because he said here, look at the language and so coordinating, helping ideas. He, subject, pitched, and as I told you, compound predicate can help for the meaning. That means he fell. Imagine it. That's why. Of course, it does not mean the stroke or through, but because he did it. You know, he does not through the hill, of course. So fell. Correct. Come on.
The answer is A.
Purely means that drive a car. Use comparison while she really needed transportation. The low equality. So the subject is equality. Drove Kelly to sell it. This means that's force it. So the subject and the verb and the complements can help you. So equality, drive Kelly. How? To drive. Still means to drive or to guide. Both of them does not make sense. So wrong. Of course not worry about. And the clues no. So it means force. So it forces you to do something or compel. That's why. If you wanted to know more information, go to the next details that can help you to explain what is meant by the writer. That's why. Try.
The answer is B.
And why not to be A? What is the subject? Let and compound the predicate again, the verbs. So who panted heavily? The dog. But what means we don't know? Look, the information after can tell you what's meant. It was such a hot day, and hot related to gasp. You know it? When it's hot, just like to breathe deeply for air. That means A, you have. That's a problem about the word letter B. Perhaps it's a mistake because you don't know the word. But what means? We have material in the mouth of the dog, like liquid, to allow saliva to saliva. You know what saliva? Yeah, inside there's like material, the liquid in the dog. But we don't have any information because he mentioned here he was trying so hard to cool down. So we're talking about hot and cold. So it's related to the fresh air to breathe. That's why, of course, last I just like to have fun, but there is no any information here. So the context details can help you. That's why. Right. Let me help you with the question. Follow the rules. Comparison. They were. What does they were? The ideas. These were somewhat based on fact. But while, even though, her theories were essentially, so we need something opposite to this part. Something based on fact. What is opposite? While nonsense. Do you imagine? Letter C, it refers to the bunk bed. Bunk bed, as you know, a bed for two people, but we're not talking about the sleeping. You feel that? If you said conflicting, it means opposite ideas, right? But we have while and fact here. Do you know it? That means here it does not sense. Ideas are ambivalent or opposite to each other. Indubitable means you cannot doubt it. It's confirmed. But how confirmed here? It's opposite to this one. So indubitable means based on fact. But we need something opposite, not the same. So it must be letter A, wrong. That's why. And look, pseudo, pseudo in Latin roots, unknown. We don't know it now. Uncertain is not a substitute for actual science. So pseudoscience is something like you guess something based on facts. Like I can fly in space because the plane can fly. But that's not real. Cannot be proved. So here, nonsense is the best answer. Okay, my friend, we can keep the rest for your homework.